Welcome to LFC Transfer Hub. Bayern Munich chief voices his delight after very difficult Luis Diaz battle. Second news is Jeremy Jacquet latest as PSG's reason for snubbing Liverpool star emerges. Third news is John Terry gives 3 reasons why he was better than Virgil van Dijk as online debate rages. Now details. Bayern Munich chief Uli Hoeneß has revealed that Luis Diaz's agent gave everything to secure his transfer from Liverpool to Bayern Munich. The Colombian winger brought an end to a productive stint on Merseyside in the summer. Bayern ultimately shelled out £65.5 million, $88.8 million for Diaz's signature. He was among several first-team regulars to depart the club: Darwin Núñez to Al Hilal, Trent Alexander-Arnold Real Madrid, Jael Quansah Bayer Leverkusen, and Kim Kelleher Brentford all followed Diaz through the exit door. Hoeneß has since spoken openly about Diaz's switch to Munich and has commended his agent for making the deal happen. Speaking to Bild about agents in soccer, he said, "Luis Diaz's agent, for instance, fought hard to get him from Liverpool, which was very difficult. He gave everything for his client and still always spoke fairly with Liverpool. We are happy to pay someone like that." Diaz has received widespread acclaim across his maiden campaign at Bayern, having netted 19 goals and registered a further 15 assists in just 32 appearances across all competitions. Speaking about his performances, Bayern boss Vincent Kompany said he had a short break in December, which was important for him at that moment. But then we had another stretch of 7 matches in 20 days in January. He has incredible energy. Lucho is a machine. There are tough moments at times, but he brings exactly the same intensity to training on Mondays. That's helped us tremendously this season. Bayern is currently the favorite to clinch the Bundesliga title this season. The Bavarian team sits 6 points ahead of fierce competitor Borussia Dortmund at the summit of the table, going into this weekend's game against Eintracht Frankfurt. Bayern also has a great chance of winning the Champions League. Kompany's players finished second in the league phase standings, 3 points behind Arsenal in first and 3 points ahead of Liverpool in third. Second news is Jeremy Jacquet latest as PSG's reason for snubbing Liverpool star emerges. Liverpool will be getting one of the most sought-after young players in Europe when Jeremy Jacquet completes his move to Anfield in the summer. The Reds won the race to sign the Rennes defender on deadline day during the winter window, beating Chelsea to his signature after it seemed as though the Blues had been leading the chase for the 20-year-old. He will spend the rest of the season back in France, with the $82 million, £60 deal having been agreed on the proviso that he remained with Rennes for the time being, although a shoulder injury may have foiled those plans. Had things turned out differently, though, Jacquet could have already been plying his trade in the Champions League with the defending European champions, and he may have already inflicted some pain on Liverpool. As a 14-year-old, Jacquet attracted interest from Paris Saint-Germain, with the French giant having scouted him during his time with RC Joinville. Ultimately, though, PSG decided to turn their attention elsewhere. PSG hesitated between him and Sékou Doucouré, whose profile was more in line with the club's vision for the future, a former member of PSG's youth department told Le Parisien. Jacquet had talent, but he seemed less technically ready. Would instead join Rennes, which has turned out to be a blessing for Liverpool after getting the chance to sign him, as well as avoiding coming up against him in last season's Champions League defeat to PSG. There is one thing the Reds will likely pay close attention to, though, from Rennes: scouting of the defender as a teenager, and no doubt Arne Slot will be hopping it isn't a recurring problem. When I first saw him in Joinville, there weren't many clubs interested in him, former Rennes scout Karl Garber revealed. I asked to see his father Dominique, who ran the club's refreshment stand. He was the spitting image of his son, tall, with long legs. He injured his shoulder before he even touched the ball. Jeremy was gutted, but we immediately reassured him by explaining that if he was there, it was because we believed in him. He came back for a training camp at the end of the season, this time at 100% fitness, and after developing further, that's when he won everyone over. That shoulder injury might prove to be a concern, with Jacquet having suffered a recurrence in Rennes' recent 3-1 defeat to Lens, which could see him miss much of the remainder of the campaign. His current boss, Habib Bey, described the issue as serious, meaning Slot and Liverpool may have to wait to find out the long-term repercussions of the injury. Third news is John Terry gives 3 reasons why he was better than Virgil van Dijk, as online debate rages. John Terry has outlined his credentials in the debate regarding whether he or Virgil van Dijk was the Premier League's best-ever defender. The online conversation was sparked after ex-Liverpool winger Jermaine Pennant claimed on TalkSport that he would rather have Van Dijk in his team than the former Chelsea captain. That opinion, while likely shared by many Premier League observers, was met with disdain by Pennant's fellow presenter Jamie O'Hara, who repeatedly asked, "Are you joking?" Without offering any valid opinions of his own. The clip went viral on social media on Monday, and now Terry has even been drawn into the discussion. The 45-year-old posted a video on his TikTok account outlining his successes and why he should be considered the league's all-time greatest defender. He also took offense at Pennant's incorrect claim that Van Dijk had scored more Premier League goals. Jamie O'Hara, who had my back, by the way, and Jermaine Pennant on TalkSport this afternoon, debating who was better, myself, Rio Ferdinand, Nemanja Vidic, or Virgil van Dijk, said Terry, conventionally situated in front of a collection of his personal prizes and winners' medals. This is a debate that everyone is entitled to their opinion on, but Pens, when you're on the radio and you're giving your opinion, you have to get the stats right. There's only one person who has got the most goals as a defender in Premier League history, and that's me. I also have the most clean sheets in Premier League history. And also, if you're comparing myself and Virgil, then I have more trophies than him as well. At the age of 34, in the 2014-15 season, I played every single minute of every game for Chelsea, winning the league when Jose Mourinho was our manager, he added, in reference to Van Dijk's current performances at the same age. I love the debate. I love being amongst it. I'm really proud of what I've done in the Premier League. Terry spent almost his entire career at Chelsea, aside from a brief loan spell at Nottingham Forest and spending his final season at Aston Villa in 2017-18. He captained the Blues to 5 Premier League titles and was an integral member of the Chelsea team that conceded just 15 goals in the 2004-05 season, the lowest ever in the division's history. Terry was also named in the FIFA FIFPro World XI for 5 consecutive years between 2005 and 2009 likewise. Van Dijk has earned a spot in the team 5 times, including last season. He also finished second in the Ballon d'Or in 2019. The same season, he won 2 of the 3 Premier League Player of the Year awards.